Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for attending what is a very exciting and momentous day in the University of Rhode Island football history. Before we start, I'd like to politely remind everybody, if they could, please put their cell phones on silent or vibrate. And quick rundown of a format for today. There'll be some brief remarks from President Dooley and Thorr Bjorn before we introduce the 20th head coach in URI football history, Jim Fleming. For members of the media who are here, we will have breakout one-on-one sessions with Coach Fleming and Thorr following today's announcement. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the president of the University of Rhode Island, David M. Dooley.
Thank you all for joining us. I want to spend very little time because I want to have most of the time here for Coach Fleming. But I did want to extend my personal appreciation to Coach O'Leary of the University of Central Florida for having the generosity and kindness to give Coach Fleming a chance to be with us here today and to clear the deck so that he can focus on the future here at the University of Rhode Island. We're very pleased that he was that thoughtful, and we appreciate it. Appreciate that. We are extremely delighted, as you all, I think, probably guess, to have Jim Fleming here with us today. It was a very good process that Athletic Director Bjorn followed. We had a lot of interest in this position. In fact, it was exciting, the level of interest that we did have in this position. And I think that level of interest is testimony to the fact that we're not the only ones, we being the group here, obviously those who are football fans here at the University of Rhode Island, Thorr, Bjorn, and myself believe that there are really good days ahead for football here at the University of Rhode Island. We see no reason why we can't compete successfully in the CAA. We're determined to do that, and it's because we're determined to do that that we made the selection that we made today in bringing Jim Fleming here to the University of Rhode Island. Without saying any more about that, I will introduce our athletic director, Thorr Bjorn, who spearheaded the entire effort and has done another great job in my opinion.
Thank you, President Dooley. As the President said, this really is a very exciting day for us, and I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown of the process we went through. Before that, I do want to thank Coach Joe Trainer for his efforts and work here over the last 6 years, and I wish him all the best in his future and his bright future. I also want to thank the members of our search committee, Sue Bergen, our senior women's administrator, Yvette Harps-Logan, our faculty athletic rep, Tom Cataldo, our alumni rep, and John Vanner, our associate athletic director, who chaired the search process. And so I want to be very much thankful to them, as well as the members of the staff that really, I think, put in a lot of time and energy into this process. As we go back to making the change, we were kind of blessed because our bye week happened to be the last week, and in looking at that, gave me a chance to sit back and really evaluate where we are and what we're looking for with our new coach. But that started with internal eyes, and to say, what as a program do we need to do differently? What as a program does our support staff do does the members of this athletic department need to do to help our program be successful and compete for a CAA championship and get to the FCS playoffs? And so that was exciting to me, and I enjoyed that process, and it allowed us to sort of really do some introspection. And that said, one of the first emails of inquiry I received was from Coach Fleming. And he and I had spoken before in the past a little bit, and I remember emailing him back saying, Coach, give me your cell phone number so we can talk on the phone tonight. And I think we talked for about an hour that night and talked numerous times after that. And I'll tell you, just a really special man and someone that's been successful wherever he's been. And one of the things he kept saying to me is, Thorr, I've always had my eye on Rhode Island. I know you can win there. I know you can be successful there. My family and I loved it there. My wife Leslie and I were here for when we were at Brown with our family, and we've always sort of thought of URI as a place that we can go and be successful and win. And when he came to campus, we did have some great candidates, as the President alluded to. When he came to campus, what was amazing to me was unanimous support from every person that met with him that said, wow, he's our guy. And as we go through this process and get excited as a department, as a university, as an alumni base, as former players, to say, what can we all do to help Coach Fleming win championships, we needed that buy-in across all avenues. And I'm so proud to say we got it. So, Coach, we are all in, and we're so excited to help you build something really special here. And I can say that and speak on behalf of the athletic department staff, on behalf of the university, on behalf of all the people that touch the university, from admissions to financial aid to academic support to facilities. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to thank President Dooley for playing a vital role in this search and being part of this and meeting with each one of our candidates. And it's going to be a lot of fun moving forward. As Coach and Leslie and I were just sitting in the office and looking at next stages. I'm sure you'll talk a little bit about that, but there's a lot of work to go quickly. And again, we need all of your help and support in helping Coach be successful, because again, when we are all successful here at URI, you all have a great role that you've played in it in helping us select the next coach of the University of Rhode Island, Jim Fleming.
My hair is too nice to mess up.
Coach, we do like the fact you have a lot more.
Oh, well, you got me. Four times I've tried for this job. And so I can't thank President Dooley enough for the opportunity. Thorr, as he mentioned, we spent hours on the phone talking about the possibilities that exist here, my belief in the place, his belief in the place, and I think that the critical thing is that we all understand it is together is the only opportunity we have to go ahead and put a program together that both the university and the state can be extremely proud. And that will be the goal of mine from this point on forward. As President Dooley mentioned, thanks to George for taking the load off the Fiesta Bowl. We'll go ahead and look at that. I will, throw out understanding that everybody watches things nowadays. And I did leave behind a group of players that are going to compete in the Fiesta Bowl, and I cannot take this job without tipping my hat to them because of their resilience, and I'm sure they'll be very successful in that game without me as they go forward. But this is about Rhode Island. The people, when I came to visit, the search committee was absolutely outstanding. Their questions were pointed. Their concerns were valid. We want a winner. Why do you want to be here? Are you going to stay? And I'll answer all those questions in due time. And you'll sit there, and I've always laughed about press conferences. Because press conferences as a head football coach become a situation where when I look at every one of them, at some point in time, that guy's going to be on the podium blowing out of there one way or the other. That's the nature of the business I'm in. That's not my intent here. My intent here is to be able to build something special for a long period of time, to be able to go and commit to this university, to be able to build a football program for which we can all be extremely proud, and to be able to call Rhode Island our home for as long as Leslie will stay with me. But recognizing a couple people, as I go on, and this is kind of open-ended, I had some notes, but as usual, I kind of think on my feet a heck of a lot better than I do by script. I've got my wife, Leslie, down here, who's been through many years. 1987, we were married. She's been through the 28 years of college football. We've raised 4 children. Our youngest is a freshman at the University of Colorado. Got 2 boys, 2 girls. She's been through 10 different institutions. That's 10 different moving trucks, 10 different times that old dad's been off at the new job, and she's been able to go ahead and maintain what I consider to be the pride of my life is my family. Second pride of my life is the ability to go ahead and hold that family together through thick and thin. Great tribute to her. The other pride of my life is the ability to go ahead and to influence young people to be able to achieve at a very high level of excellence, both on the field and in the classroom. That's what I'm about. People always ask, when you're coaching, when you've been through 10 different states, you've been through 1 million different schools, hey, Coach, what's your favorite spot? Hey, what's your dream job? And I've always said, favorite spot, and it stems back to after 1993 when I had the great opportunity to come down and be the defensive coordinator for Mickey Kwiatkowski at Brown University. Spent 1 year in Rhode Island. The kids were 5, 4, 3. Our fourth wasn't even here yet. But it was an outstanding experience. We got fired. That wasn't the good part of it, But it was a situation where we had an opportunity to really get involved in the community as much as we could in a short 1 year period of time. But there was an immediate attraction by the Fleming family to Rhode Island. And we love the state. And so that's always been a consistent answer. When people have asked, what's your dream job? Most guys will throw out something, hey, Southern Cal or some places that's inundated with resources that you can go in, wave a magic wand, and win national championships. Mine has always been Rhode Island. And there's always been, as they're probably in this room. Yeah, right. They're raising their eyes. They're going, why would you look at Rhode Island? And it's for all the reasons. The CAA is the best FCS football conference in America. FCS football is the purest coaching in this country. The kids that come to FCS football have been told, you're not good enough. I relate to that very, very well. I've been told I'm not good enough. At a number of institutions, they hit the road. I've been hired, I've been fired, I've been through the wars, all for doing the same job, all for trying to bring excellence out of young men. And that will continue to be the fact. But the thing that we understand, all right, is that the University of Rhode Island and the CAA, there is no reason why we can't be extremely successful. That's why it was my dream job. I look at what Coach Griffin did way back when. I think I saw Coach Griffin come in. We're not familiar very well, but I am aware of what he was able to accomplish. There is opportunity to win. It has been proven. There is opportunity to win again in the future. There have been a number of good coaches that have come through here to be able to try to do the same thing, win football games, graduate student athletes. They've given great efforts. Their staff have done the same thing. And I respect those efforts, and I respect the job that Joe Trainer has done. I worked with Joe at Villanova. I can't take this job without, tipping my hat to him. But in the long series of any kind of involvement of a football program, we are all just visitors. We are all just taking part of that. And I take very seriously the responsibility you guys have given me as the opportunity to be your head coach, and I will do my very best to bring you what you want. And I will guarantee you that it will be a tireless effort to bring about victory, and it will be a tireless effort to bring around the kind of program that you all can be proud of. I have to give a message to the players, any players that may be here, any players that may be watching wherever you may be. The program and this next year's team will be built on your shoulders. The team that is here. There's an approach always when you start looking at a new coach coming into a situation, talking about, hey, we got to clean house, we got to change the culture. We're going to change the culture with the people that are in this program now. And we will go out and recruit very hard and tirelessly to bring around the right kind of kids to add to this football team. I am not a 5-year plan guy. I am a now guy. I am a guy that wants to be able to go ahead and come into a program to be able to set a certain level of expectation to the players and be able to hold them accountable to achieve great things. And that's what we are going to set out to do. I'm going to go ahead and to the alumni, the football playing alumni, buy season tickets. If they're out watching this, go out and get season tickets. It's income for the football program. We will use it. We will need it. We will get people out to the games, but let's get back involved. We are going to do everything we can do to bring this program to a place where everybody wants to come back on a football Saturday, be able to come back home and watch a winning football team. To the fans, I say have belief. I'm sure that as a lot of fans, when they start reading, hey, here's another URI football coach going to come on in and get it done. How are you going to get that done, coach? You can't get that done. I'm here standing, you telling we will. But I am also telling you that we are not able to do this with a magic wand. It will require a lot of hard work, but as much as anything else, it's going to require a collective effort of everybody in this room and anybody on this campus that reaches out to touch the football program. We must be together in all approaches, and we must have a true belief that victory is attainable at all times through hard work and belief in structuring a program. And that's what I'm going to try to do. It's going to start with a staff. The staff is going to be people that are qualified professionals. It's going to be a mixture of old and young. It is not yet put together. It is a critical component to bringing about success. But we will go and all have one heartbeat, and that heartbeat will be established by me. The philosophy will be established, it will be communicated, it will be very clear, and we will hold the entire football program to be able to coach in that manner. To recruits out there, we're coming to get you. We're going to knock down the doors. We're going to go ahead and present you with an opportunity to achieve rings on your fingers and degrees in your pockets. We are going to promise your parents that you're going to be treated like men. We are going to coach you as well as you can get coached in this country. There are very few promises we can make as a football coach that I can sit in a mother's room and in a family's home and promise you. But what I can promise you is you're a recruit. Our staff will give every effort we have to make you the best possible football player you can become and graduate with a degree from the University of Rhode Island. And that will require nothing other from your son, Mom, than showing up on time, being accountable to be able to take care of the everyday responsibilities we ask you to do, believe in the vision that we have in the program, and come in and contribute. So my vision to end this all is a football team that walks onto the field looking sharp, looking clean, looking together, looking to go ahead and be in a position where they're ready to go ahead with a focus in their eye each and every Saturday, each and every practice, prepared to get better. I want to see a fast, physical, hard-nosed football team. Doesn't matter whether we're running it, we're throwing it, how we're playing defense, what we're doing right now, but we're going to be fast, we're going to be physical, and we will persist without exception. The game of football is nothing other than be able to handle adversity. The game of life is no different. We're all in an adverse situation at times. How you handle that adversity on the football field is a 60-minute message of how you're going to handle it in life. And I do believe how we handle adversity during the course of the football game will be full speed ahead. Bring it on, let's overcome it, let's go to the next step. And I think that our teams will have an opportunity to present that. I want a team that's going to play with passion, a team that's going to play with joy for the game that it is. It is a game, it is a part of your college experience, but it should be the best part of your college experience. It was mine. Going to practice, hanging with the guys, all the rest of it, that focus is critical. And when I'm talking to everybody in the room, and hopefully it excites you, that this game is fun. And when it stops becoming fun, I'm out. That is when I will leave. Not fun anymore. But it's more fun to win than it is to lose. All right, it is a lot more fun to win than it is to lose, I promise you. And we're going to go ahead and win our share. But together, we will win. We walk out of here today, you're going to have some impression of Jim Fleming, what he's all about. The proof will be in the pudding over consistent efforts that I will make from this point in time forward. I'm here for the long term. All right, I'm here to build something special. I believe in the university. I believe in the people that support it. I'm going to push you to support it more. But focus on the future. Let's have a belief. Together we will win. Go Rams. Thank you.